There has to be a man in your life. Well, today they're trying to alter the natural course of things by putting another woman in your life. But if we follow the natural way of God, a man should be put into your life that will complement what God has given to you to give to him and what God has put within him to give to you. For you to be a BD, a GD, another gangster, whatever you call yourself, and you hate your brother, see, that's mischief. Because you all are brothers. How did you get to hate each other? Because one wears one color, one wears another, one gives one gang sign, one gives another. See, the enemy is making mischief among us, and what is it causing? Is it causing peace? Is it causing brotherhood? Or is it causing the shedding of blood? Don't feel bad, because this ruler has caused the shedding of blood throughout the earth. He's put Muslims, Christians, and Jews against each other. He come right in the straight path. He put Buddhists, Hindus. I'm just dealing with religious people now. But here are people that believe in God, and they're killing one another in God's name. Now they're... I always love coming home to Little Rock Baptist Church because I found in the Reverend Jim Holly not only a wonderful Christian, but a wonderful pastor and friend. And every time I come, it's so much more beautiful. And I never thought it could be more beautiful than it is, but it is. Thank you so much for the privilege of being here. The Christians were hiding in caves and catacombs in the Roman society. The persecution was so great. And when they were found and caught, they were put in the arena to the pleasure of the bloodthirsty Romans at that time. But after 10 years of this kind of terrible persecution, they could not destroy the spirit of the Christians, nor could they destroy the love in them for Jesus or their worship of the one God. So Constantine was affected by what he saw in Christian suffering and decided to become a Christian. Because Constantine had a vision of a cross, but the cross was not the symbol of Jesus Christ. A fish was the symbol of the early Christians. And the reason that the fish was the symbol of the early Christians is because when Jesus met Peter, Peter was fishing. Come on. And Jesus called him from fishing for fish and told him, if you come and follow me, I will make you a fisher of men. A form of public homicide called lynching. This ritualized community murder masqueraded as crime fighting. But it was actually a strategy to instill terror in the hearts and minds of the black population. It was done to eliminate economically successful, politically active active black people, and generally to reinforce black people's roles as plantation laborers. As W.E.B. Du Bois stated, quote, "The white South feared more than Negro dishonesty, ignorance, and incompetency. They feared Negro honesty, knowledge, and efficiency." So after slavery, black people could be destroyed without harming a white man's personal wealth, so lynching became increasingly popular and widespread. Now, this atmosphere is beginning to spread again in America. I want to really make it clear to you today what we are going to face, what we are facing, but it will increase in the days ahead. What is justice? What is it? We can't live without it. We need it. What is it? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that justice is the principle of fair dealing. He said justice is the law that distinguishes between right and wrong. He said justice is the weapon that God will use in the day of judgment. I just want to stop for 1 minute. Those last words of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad are so pregnant, that justice is the weapon that God will use in the day of judgment. So justice now becomes a weapon that evens the score. Because if you like killing, then you should like dying. Listen. If you delight in killing others that God gave life to, that you cannot return that life after you take it, if you delight in that, then the God of justice will use the law of justice as a weapon against white supremacy, but also as a weapon against wicked governments that have misused their power and authority in destroying the lives of innocent human beings.
We live in the most dangerous time since there's been a time and a people on our planet. We need right guidance to get us through these times. We need to know the truth. And Final Call Incorporated is the storehouse of truth. From lectures by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan to books by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Final Call Incorporated provides you with guidance and insight into these troubled times. Look in the Final Call newspaper or visit us at store.finalcall.com to see our complete selection of tapes, CDs, DVDs, and books by a wide array of authors. Final Call Incorporated, the storehouse of truth.
There is a war on black people, and you cannot fight a war if you dismantle half of the army.
When African American men and women stand together, there is no stopping us.
It's much more than a march. It will be the beginning of a movement.
Some of us can't remain silent and disconnected while we are in the conditions that we're in.
This means standing up, standing together as men and women.
This is the beginning of the new world.
Our ancestors' suffering is on our shoulders.